So I am here on a very windy day in Southern California near San Diego, actually not far from the Tecate border crossing into Mexico, which is one of my favorite places to cross, but super windy day just after the big fires in LA. I'm in the 2025 4Runner. And the 4Runner has been a vehicle we have recommended consistently over the last 15 years or so. The most recent generation was just not only an exceptional value, but it was a great investment because it held its value so well that the depreciation was really minimal, even over the lifetime of the ownership of the vehicle. But then it also had a great payload. It could get 1,500 pounds of payload. You could see the TRD Pro version, which had crawl control, it had a rear locking differential. There were even variants that you could get with KDSS. So overall, just like I think one of the absolute best SUV overland values and options on the market. So now the 2025 4Runner has some big shoes to fill, in my opinion. And so far, everything about this vehicle is more refined, a little bit more spacious, certainly better performance. So even in the non-hybrid variant, you're in the 270, 280 horsepower range. And then with the hybrid variant combined with the electric motor, you're up over 320 horsepower or so. So you can really feel that. Combined with the 8-speed transmission, you start to really get a sense of improved performance over the outgoing model. That's the big noticeable difference. But then you've also got some better refinements overall. So the interior feels thoroughly modern, a big screen in the center stack, really comfortable seating position, great seats overall. Definitely stepped up on the kind of the comfort and luxury component. And then there are limited variants that are even more luxurious than this TRD Pro that I'm in right now. One thing I like is that you can go into the camera view really easily, just pushing the button there. And it looks like I'm at maybe about a 20-degree side slope here. Vehicle feels super stable. All right, so this is a crossed axle obstacle. I'm gonna be testing left foot braking here and traction control intervention. Really effective traction control intervention. And it's even working properly with left foot braking. So well done on that, Toyota. That is really nice tuning. And I wasn't even in any advanced rock mode or anything else like that. That was just automatic mode in 4Low. Look at that droop. That is completely dropped out here. Really good articulation in the rear out of this 5-link. You can see the 4Runner with the sway bar disconnected, so good articulation in the rear. Really impressive articulation for IFS. You can see the droop in that back corner, but that tire, that 33-inch tire is totally stuffed inside the wheel well. The really big difference with this vehicle over the outgoing model is the payload. And I hate to say it, but the payload is just way down. So this has a payload of 895 pounds, which when you consider the fact that it is intended for towing, if you were to even have 3 adults in here, you couldn't tow a trailer that was rated for the towing capacity of this vehicle, because you're going to have a tongue weight of around 500 pounds from a proper trailer. You know, you're towing a boat, anything like that. I think about the sailboat that I tow, and it's just going to be too much for the payload of the vehicle. So the outgoing model, even in TRD Pro, you could see 1,500 pounds of payload. So now you're down under 900 pounds of payload when you look at taking a family of 4, bringing along bedding, a fridge, food, enough water, some spare fuel, and then if you dare do any modification to the vehicle, so if you added a front bumper, added a rear bumper, added rock sliders down the side, put anything on the roof, if you had a roof rack, all of that needs to be taken out of the available payload, and you're just going to run out of available payload very quickly. In fact, the Toyota Camry sedan has more payload than this particular vehicle. So everything about this new 4Runner is just awesome. Like, it is just so much better. I think it's great looking. It's got a great overall kind of vibe and sportiness to it. Really comfortable, luxurious interior. A great performance on the trail, like incredible performance on the trail. We even jumped one today. So I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive into some of the other variants and see where you can get to on payload. But so far, that's a little concerning.